We're good? We're good. Okay, yes, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to TEACA Live. Okay, TEACA Live November 13. November 13, TEACA Live. Alright, welcome everyone. So, my name is Chef Gabby Prats. I'm gonna be teaching you this afternoon a very, very special lasagna recipe. So it's called a bacon sausage and 4 cheese lasagna recipe. So this recipe is the approach is very non-traditional. This is not your usual lasagna where you layer the pasta one after the other. So this is quite unique. Okay, so I'm glad to be here. We're glad to be here to share with you this free demo, this free recipe for this afternoon. So all throughout the demo, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to type your questions in the chat box. And we have Carla here who's going to be telling me or asking me, reading your questions at any time. So feel free to ask lang. Okay? So, again, before we start, my name is Chef Garfield. Chef Gabby Prats pala. Okay? So, I'm sure you guys saw what the TEACA team did yesterday about posting that photo of me and Garfield and asking about, you know, spot the difference between the two. Grabe kayo mga students, nagtatampo ako mga reaction ninyo, talagang walang difference, yung arms lang. Sabi ni Chef Andrea, yung arms, yung difference. Sabi nung isa, yung bigote. Grabe, that's it. Everything else, wala. Me and Garfield looks like the same. Big eyes, big ears, diba? Big tummy, diet. Okay, so, moving forward. Okay, let's get right to it. I don't want to take much of your time on this very sunny, bright Saturday afternoon. So, bacon, sausage, and 4 cheese lasagna. Alright, let's get right to it. First, I'd like to break down this afternoon's demo into 3 components. Okay? The first component will be the bechamel. Okay? The second component will be the ragú or the meat sauce. And the third component will be the assembly. Alright. So let's get to the first component. Okay? The bechamel. Okay, so bechamel is a white sauce. Okay, it's a part of, it's one of the 5 mother sauces. And it's quite simple to do. The ingredients we need for that is butter. And I'm using ARLA unsalted butter, flour, okay, and of course, ARLA natural full cream milk. Okay, that's it. ARLA butter, flour, ARLA full cream milk. Of course, salt, pepper on the side, and a very important ingredient, nutmeg. Okay, ground nutmeg. So you can use ground nutmeg or you can use fresh whole nutmeg that we're going to be grating on later on. So I'm going to start off with a hot pot. Okay, and I'm going to put my butter, my ARLA unsalted butter. Okay, you can use ARLA salted butter, no problem. But if you use ARLA salted butter, we're just gonna have to reduce or adjust the salt that we're gonna be putting in later on. Kasi we don't want it to be really salty. Okay? So, on medium-high flame, I have my butter and I have my all-purpose flour. Now, ideally, you would want equal parts of your butter and your flour. Okay, because what we're making here is we call it roux. Okay, R-O-U-X. Equal amounts of fat and flour. The fat that we're using this afternoon is butter. Okay, but you can also do 60% fat, 40% flour. Okay, ideally, like I said, 1:1. But in some cases, you can do a little more fat than flour. So I'm going to be adding my all-purpose flour. And I'm going to be stirring this to make a white roux. Okay, so once we incorporate the butter and the flour, okay, we're going to cook this for about 1 minute. 1 minute lang. Okay, reason being is because we want to cook off the flour. We want to get rid of that raw tasting flour. Okay, if you don't cook it kasi and you add the milk immediately thereafter, you'll end up with the bechamel that's gonna have a raw flour taste, which we don't want. Again, we want to cook off that flour. Now, don't cook it too long kasi if you cook it too long, your white roux will eventually turn into blonde roux. Remember, there's 3 types of roux. Okay, you have white roux. Okay, you cook it a little more, it becomes blonde. You cook it more, it becomes brown. Okay, so we don't want blonde, we don't want brown. We just want white roux. So white roux, again, we just cook the butter and flour for roughly about 1 minute. So I'm using a wire whisk. Okay, then I'm gonna put on standby our ARLA full cream milk. Okay, so after about 45 seconds to a minute, I'm now going to be gradually adding our ARLA full cream milk. Okay, so notice I'm only adding about what? 4 tablespoons at a time. Now the roux is going to be forming a really thick mixture there. That's fine. The basic rule is do not add more liquid than what the roux can absorb. Okay, because if you add the milk, too much milk at once, you're going to end up with a bechamel that's very lumpy, which you don't want. Okay, so I'm only adding milk about 4 tablespoons at a time, letting the roux absorb that, mixing it vigorously with our wire whisk. Okay, then once absorbed, I'm just adding more. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, guys, just feel free to ask. Type your questions in the chat box. PM us, okay, to ask your questions. I would be very glad to answer your questions. Okay, so our mixture is thinning out, slowly thinning out. Okay, I'm adding all that ARLA milk in there. Okay. Okay, there we have it. So it's still quite thick. I might need to add more milk, but at this point I am going to be adding freshly cracked salt. Okay, and as mentioned earlier, I'm going to be adding a very special ingredient here. This is our nutmeg. Okay, you can use ground nutmeg. I'm using fresh whole nutmeg. Okay, I'm gonna grate that. Wow, the smell is... Okay, there you have it, freshly grated nutmeg. I'm gonna be searing this. I'll give this a nice sear. Okay, there we have it. So I'm gonna be simmering this for about a couple of minutes, just to again cook off that raw tasting flour. And always remember to taste whatever it is you're cooking, be it a sauce, be it whatever, you have to taste it. Yeah. Very good, but it just needs a few more twists of salt.
Chef Gabby from Rutland Target.
Yes.
Hello, Chefie.
Hi.
And Alexis Lee. Good afternoon po.
Hello. Yeah, Lotlag. These are our regular students. So thank you very much. You guys have been very supportive, and we're very thankful that you're always present in activities like this. Alright? So maraming salamat. This is why we continue to give you free recipes, prizes, and all that, kasi we're very happy that you guys are very supportive of our projects and events like this. So hi, hello to Canada. Of course, Canada medyo at this time tulog na yan, pero I'm sure tomorrow when you watch this, you can watch this, hindi nga lang live, but this is recorded, so you can watch this. Hello Canada, US, Australia, UAE. Yeah, good afternoon from Manila. Okay, so our bechamel is nicely done. I'm gonna be turning this off, and there we have it, the first component of our lasagna recipe this afternoon done. Okay, our bechamel. So I'm now gonna be setting this aside for later use during the assembly. There you go. And we will now proceed with the second component of this afternoon's dish, which is the Ragú. Okay, so for some of you who are not familiar with what a Ragú is, okay, so a Ragú, more commonly known to us Filipinos, is the meat sauce. Okay, now I know some of you are more accustomed or more familiar with the term Bolognese sauce. Okay, that's fine. It's quite a common terminology, but realistically, there is no such thing as Bolognese sauce. Okay, you go to Italy, you go to that region, you look for that sauce. There is no such thing. Okay, so it's like what do you call this chorizo? This Bilbao. It's like chorizo Bilbao. You go to Bilbao, Spain, and you look for chorizo Bilbao, they'll laugh at you because there is no such thing as chorizo Bilbao. Okay, so same with Bolognese or Bolognese. There is no such thing. It's called a Ragú. Okay, it's a meat sauce. So that's what we're gonna be doing this afternoon. Okay, the Ragú. So what we have here is a hot pan. Okay, I'm gonna be putting a little amount of oil. I'll be putting about 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, about 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, and then I have with me here bacon bits. This is frozen bacon bits. You can buy this in your favorite supermarket. Okay, they're frozen. Okay, I have with me here roughly around 100 grams. 100 grams of frozen bacon bits. Well, it's been thawed. It's not frozen anymore. It's been thawed. Okay, about 100 grams of bacon bits. I'm going to be adding this to our hot oil. Wow. Okay, that's a really hot pan. Okay, there you have it. So what we're going to do here is we will render the fat of the bacon. So what do we mean by rendering? So rendering is a process where we extract the natural fat from the meat. In this case, it's the bacon. So we're rendering the fat from the bacon. We're slowly extracting that. We're melting the bacon, the pork fat. That's why the oil I used is only about 2 tablespoons. Kasi most of the oil will be coming from the bacon. Okay, this smells amazing. The bacon bits I'm using this afternoon, this is smoked bacon. So at this point, I can really smell that smoky, porky flavor, and it's so amazing. Yes.
From John Pedrero. Hi, Chef. What is the difference if I use fats from bacon instead of ARLA butter in the bechamel?
Okay. What's the difference? Okay. Remember, roux is composed of equal fats of fat and flour. Hindi naman sinabing butter and flour. So fat can be butter or oil. Rendered oil from bacon fat. It can be corn oil, olive oil, any fat basically. Now your question is, what's the difference? Flavor. Okay? Butter, alam naman natin si butter, very ano yan eh. What's that Tagalog term? Malinamnam. Okay? That umami, sort of like umami, malinamnam taste. Okay? Now, if you use bacon fat, duck fat, that's fine. But of course, you'll have that duck flavor, you'll have the pork flavor, which is fine. So whatever you're comfortable with, you can use duck fat, you can use bacon fat, pork fat. Okay? You know, I have a friend who inipon niya yung fat from his jamon serrano leg. He rendered that. And he used that, okay, to make a roux. And my God, it was very flavorful. Kasi that fat really came from that jamon serrano leg, and it was very, very distinct in flavor. So, yes, walang problema. You can use that. You can use bacon fat, duck fat, okay, jamon serrano fat, no problem. But, if you ask me, the best fat to use, ARLA butter. That's the best fat to use. Okay? Only ARLA butter. Okay? Alright. Getting back to our bacon. So as you can see, sorry, wala tayong ano eh. Alam mo, pag Facebook Live, limited tayo to one camera to one frontal camera. But if you can see this, okay, the bacon fat has rendered very nicely. Okay? No, it's okay. I mean, we can bring the camera close, but we really don't wanna. Yeah, probably. I'll tilt the pan. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, the fat is nicely rendered. Okay, so at this point, I'll bring the heat back to medium-high. Yan. Then, I will add our onions, white onions. I'm going to be adding our white onions. I will be adding roughly around 60 grams. Okay, 60 grams of white onions. Okay, 60 grams of white onions on medium-high heat. There we have it. So I'm going to be sauteing our bacon. Wow, this is... You know, this lasagna recipe is actually Garfield's favorite lasagna. Okay? Nakatawa sila. Nakikita ko sila sa background. Seriously, this is very good. It's quite simple, I must admit. Okay, kasi we have bacon, we have sausage, and we have 4 cheeses. It's quite simple, but every bite is worth it. Okay? And the 4 cheeses we're using are not just ordinary cheeses, they're ARLA Pro cheeses. And the best of the best. Okay? So be it for your home, okay, your cafe, your restaurant, ARLA cheeses, okay, can really give you a very good diversity on menu, on products. Prices are very competitive.
Gabby,
Yes.
Chef Aniel.
Yes.
Take out po para sa chef na may sakit.
Pa-take out sa chef na may sakit. Naku. Oo. Sige, chef. Oo, nagpapa-take out si chef. Sige, ira-raffle natin yan, chef. Ira-raffle natin yan mamaya. Okay? Pero ang balita ko, pagdating sa raffle, talagang lamang yung, what's that name, Carla? Carla, lamang daw yung Carla pagdating sa raffle. For some reason, she always wins the take-home prize. Oh, si Carla.
And then chef, coming from your lab.
Yes.
Yes, that is true, chef. Yeah, ARLA Pro is the best.
True. ARLA Pro can help you in a lot of ways. Okay, it can help you professionally if you have a small cafe, okay, a small to medium scale restaurant. ARLA Pro can help you a lot. Okay, home-based, okay, for family, okay, your butters, your cheeses, ARLA Pro quality, incomparable. Okay, incomparable. I don't usually endorse products, okay, but I endorse ARLA Pro because simply it is one of the best, if not the best, dairy products that you can get out there. Okay, so going back, our onions have nicely sauteed. I'm now gonna be adding our garlic. Yeah, we're adding about 2 tablespoons of garlic paste. 2 tablespoons of garlic paste. So garlic paste, you can do this using a mortar and pestle, or you can grind your garlic in a food processor. Okay, you know, here in the studio, and you know, even at home, if you're someone who really cooks a lot at home, if you have a medium to large family, okay, if you're 5, 6 or more at home and you cook a lot, like here in the studio, we always have garlic paste. Nomar, can I have the garlic tub and the rest, please? So what you do is you just simply process your garlic in a food processor, put it in a nice clean container like this. Okay, you see this? Alright, and then just add oil to it. So here we have it. Let me open that. There you have it. See, so at any time may garlic paste ka. Okay, get 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. So this is just freshly grind garlic paste, tapos we mix it with oil. Okay, your oil can be corn oil, it can be olive oil. Yan. So at any time, meron kang ready-made garlic paste. Thank you. Okay, so after about a minute of adding our garlic paste, I will now add our ground beef. The ground beef I'm using is lean ground beef. 90% meat, 10% fat. Okay? I am using roughly around 300 to 400 grams of lean ground beef. Yeah, so we'll be adding that. Okay, and then i-mix lang natin. Now at this point, we will season our ground beef with freshly cracked salt. Okay. Season natin yan. So we'll saute this for about a couple of minutes. While waiting for this, I'm gonna preheat our oven. We're gonna preheat our oven to about 350 to 370 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'm gonna prepare our pans. So we have our pans ready, square, rectangle, okay, ceramic, glass, no problem, basta oven proof. Okay, so we're gonna be cooking our ground beef. Okay, now I'm also gonna be adding another distinct ingredient, which is our paprika. So I will be adding, ideally, smoked paprika, but if you don't have smoked paprika, regular Spanish paprika will do. I'm adding about a tablespoon of paprika. Okay, now if you're someone who likes it a little spicy, at this point, you can add the spice. You can add chili powder, you can add dried chili flakes. Okay, you can add that at this point. Okay, but this afternoon, I'm not adding any spice. I'm just adding paprika.
Chef Gabby from Rockland.
Yes?
Guwapo ng Chef Gab namin.
Actually, thank you. Thank you, lot lang for that. Pero ang totoo, mas gwapo si Garfield. Okay, mas gwapo po si Garfield kaysa sa akin. Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, now, the next ingredient we're gonna be adding is sausages. Alright? So, what sausage can we use for this recipe? Any sausage that you prefer. Okay, Schublig, okay, Hungarian, Frankfurters, okay, whatever your preference is. This afternoon, we're using smoked Hungarian sausages. So I'm adding roughly around 150 grams of smoked Hungarian sausage. We cut it up, small dice, okay, small dice. We're adding that to our ground beef mixture. Okay, so while waiting for this, a few announcements lang to everybody. So for those of you who doesn't know yet, we are currently having our very first TEACA Grand Epicurean Sale Experience. Ayan. So the TEACA Grand Epicurean Sale Experience, we are offering 30% off all our courses site-wide. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the whole site, over 40 courses are now at 30% off. Ayan. Okay, so now is the time to log on, okay, and check out your cards. Okay, kasi this is very, very big savings. Alright, 30% savings. That's happening from yesterday, from November 12 all the way to November 16. Okay? Specifically until 11:59 p.m. of November 16. Now, we advise everybody kasi we've been experiencing an influx, okay, of a lot of students logging in and purchasing. So, the earlier you purchase, the better. Kasi pag parating na yung mga last day, last few hours, we don't want the site to slow down and we don't want the site to experience a lot of these bugs and all that. So, as early as you can, purchase your favorite courses already. Okay, so after about a minute of adding our sausages, I will now add our tomato sauce. Okay? So I'm using plain tomato sauce, hindi po yung Filipino style, hindi po yung Italian style, hindi po yung cheesy tomato sauce. I'm just using plain tomato sauce. Alright? So I'll be adding roughly around 450 grams of tomato sauce.
Chef Gabby from Rose Hardwell.
Yes.
Apple Pie. Done and rolling na po.
Wow, okay, good. That's very good. So we've seen an influx of students yesterday who enrolled in our courses. That's good. Thank you very much. At least you've saved a lot. No, malaking bagay yung 30% off. So congratulations on those of you who have enrolled. Para dun sa mga hindi pa nag-enroll, enroll now. Okay? Natatawa sila. Okay. No more, can I have about 1 cup of the liquid from the pasta that we boiled earlier? I will explain to them what that is. Okay. So after adding the tomato sauce, I'm going to be adding roughly around 150 grams of red wine. Okay, red wine. Don't use any fancy, expensive red wine. Okay, just use your basic, cheap red wine. Okay, no need to use those expensive red wines. I'm just using a California red wine. Okay, now what I have here about 250 grams of water from the lasagna pasta na ginamit namin earlier to pre-boil the pasta sheets. So don't throw that water. Yung water na pinagkuluan ng lasagna sheets natin, don't throw that away. We need that. So I have about, actually mga ano to mga close to 300 grams to. Okay? Mga 300 grams of that pasta water. So I'm now gonna be adding this here. Okay? I'll be increasing the heat to medium-high. And we are gonna be simmering this. Yes? Yes, apple.
What's included in your party trays?
Party trays. Which one? The first one or the second one? The second one. Party trays masterclass 2. Oh my God, ang ganda ng tanong ni Apple. So the most anticipated class of the year. All right. So my party trays masterclass 1, okay, which I launched last year, is actually to date my best-selling class kasi it features 9 of my signature, 9 of my best signature recipes. Nandun si bagnet, alright, nandun si seafood boil, my very famous what chicken. You know, when I launched party trays, a lot of people really didn't know what chicken is. You know, what? Diba? What? Alright, but after my party trays masterclass class, alright, a lot of people really got to know what was, alright? Natawa sila. Okay, and I mean, until now, I get a lot of students messaging me, thank you, chef, for the recipe, it's quite unique. You know, my family requested it 2, 3, 4 times, my friends, my clients, no? Pag party trays masterclass kasi I don't hold back on my secret recipes. Talagang ino-all out ko yan. Alright, ino-all out ko yan. And this year, before the year ends, I am launching my party trays masterclass 2. Parang teaser video lang. 2. Okay. So what's included? Nako. Sino nagtanong? Si Apple? Nako, Apple. There's so much to expect. I'm gonna be teaching you my very famous bellichon. Okay, my inasal na bellichon. I have my homemade ham. Okay, homemade holiday ham. I'm gonna be teaching you, oh my God, my Louisiana Cajun gumbo. My seafood gumbo. Oh my God. I'm gonna be teaching you sige guys, help me out. Oh my God, my fish and chips. The best fish and chips you will ever try. Okay? The crispiest, the crunchiest, the juiciest fish and chips served with sauce tartare. Oh my God. Okay? Aside from that, I'm gonna be teaching you my Irish beef stew. Malty. Okay? Savory. Okay? It's cooked with beer. Okay? 9 9 signature recipes. Okay? 9 signature recipes, sulit na sulit ko. Alright? And we are in the final stages of production. And we should be launching that in the next maybe 3 weeks, more or less. 3 to 4 weeks. Definitely before the year ends. Alright? So this is really something to look forward to. And aside from my party trays masterclass, we have lots of exciting classes. That is going to be launched very soon. We have Chef Aniel's Naked Cakes. Oh my God, she's doing a chocolate pecan praline cake. Oh my God, it's mind-boggling talaga, this cake. It's so easy to do, okay, and it's very decadent, so delicious. Aside from that, we have Chef Andrea's Korean barbecue. Oh my God, this Korean barbecue class, guys, Korean barbecue party trays. Oh my God, do this for your family, your friends. You have a small cafe, serve it with soju, with makgeolli. This is the best Korean class that you can ever enroll in. I mean, sulit na sulit to. We have done the R&D, the research and development. Chef Andre has spent lots of hours into perfecting these recipes. Most of them are being served in her very famous Korean restaurant, but some are really specially developed for this class. So talagang it's something to look forward to. Okay, and then of course we have Chef Anna's chocolate bar inspired cakes. Oh my God, this is crazy. She's doing a sneakers inspired cake. She's doing Ferrero Rocher cake. Oh, cheese. I don't have a sweet tooth, but I tried her cakes and OMG, this is crazy, really. She has a Hershey's cookies and cream cake. She's doing 3 cakes, where we're calling it chocolate bar inspired cakes. So these are some of the courses that you can expect to be launched before the year ends. Okay, so very, very exciting yan. Okay, so going back, so our Ragú is nicely simmering here. Did I miss anything out? Okay, so now this is simmering. What we're gonna do here is we will continue simmering this for roughly around 20 minutes. Remember what I always tell my students when cooking with tomatoes, okay, be it fresh crushed tomatoes, whole peeled tomatoes, or tomato sauce, you have to cook that down. Okay, you really have to cook that down kasi tomato sauce, tomato paste, crushed tomatoes, they're raw, they're very sour. That's the reason why we added water. So we added pasta water kasi we wanna cook that down, we wanna simmer it, okay, evaporate that, cook the tomatoes down, remove that raw, sour taste to it, okay? But before we set this aside, I'm gonna be adding oregano. Okay, now you can use ground oregano or you can use dried oregano. I'm adding ground. This is ground oregano. Okay, but you can use dried oregano, no problem. You wanna add some other spices, Italian seasoning, thyme, okay, pwede naman. Okay, but for us this afternoon, I'm just adding oregano lang.
Chef Gab?
Yes.
David, watching from Auckland, New Zealand. Yay, excited to purchase the party trays.
There you go. Hello, New Zealand.
And then from Apple Pie, watching from Italy.
Watching from Italy, my gosh. Okay, we got Italy, we got New Zealand, Canada, US, UAE, Manila, Philippines. Hello, everybody. Diba? We're glad to be here. We're glad, you know, with technology nowadays, you know, we're glad that with technology we're able to connect with the whole world. So yeah, good afternoon from Manila, Philippines. Live from Manila, Philippines. Okay, so I added our what was the last thing we added? Oregano, ground oregano. Okay, now I'm gonna set this aside. And this is basically the second component to our dish this afternoon. Okay, now we're gonna get to the third component, okay, which is the assembly. Okay, so how do we do that? Very simple. Okay, so my trustful assistant Nober here will hand me a chopping board. Okay, I got with me here. So the sauce, I'm simmering on the side, but earlier, for demo purposes, we have a ready-made ragu already. That's been made earlier. Okay? So we have that, and we have already pre-boiled, hold on, our lasagna. Okay, so we have lasagna sheets here that has been pre-boiled already. So I'm using regular lasagna sheets. We've pre-boiled this in salted water for about 10 minutes. Again, don't throw the water because the pasta water we will use for the ragu. Okay, so this has been pre-boiled. I'm now gonna lay out in our chopping board about 3 pieces of our can they see, Carla? Is it okay?
Chef, we have a question from
Sure.
John Romero.
Yes, John.
What is the purpose and alternative for red wine?
Okay, what is the purpose and alternative for red wine? Flavor. We want the tannins, we want the flavor from the red wine. Now, for those of you who cannot take red wine, okay, for whatever reason, religious or whatever reason, for those of you who cannot take alcohol, by all means, you can omit this. Okay, you can remove the red wine. Okay, of course, there's going to be a difference in taste. But it really won't be that significant naman. Okay, of course, if you can, by all means add it. But again, if there are restrictions, then just remove the red wine. There is an option for you to add grape juice. However, adding grape juice, most of the common commercial grape juices kasi are too sweet. Okay, which we really don't want in our lasagna. But again, it's preference. Okay, remember, some people prefer a sweet side to their ragu. So if you are the type of person, then by all means use grape juice because that added sugar in won't really matter. Okay, so you can add grape juice. But for those of you who don't prefer the ragu on the sweet side, then okay lang, just totally omit it. Okay, now for those of you again who prefer the sweet side but can take alcohol, remember in our recipe we did not add sugar. Wala tayong inad na sugar. For those of you who prefer it on the sweet side, you can either one, add sugar to your ragu, brown or white sugar, or you can add a little tomato ketchup. Okay, because tomato ketchup is sweet. So you can add a little of that. In our recipe this afternoon, I would say roughly around 80 to 100 grams of tomato ketchup. If you want it just a little can sweet. Okay? Alright. So, going back, okay, we have our lasagna sheets. Okay, now, what we're gonna do here is, okay, let me explain what I have with me here. I have with me here our bechamel, of course. Okay, there we have it. Our bechamel, which we did earlier. Now, I have with me here 4 cheeses. What are those 4 cheeses? I have with me here mozzarella cheese. Okay, ARLA mozzarella cheese. I have with me here ARLA Havarti cheese, grated. I have with me here our ARLA APETINA white cheese cubes and our ARLA grated cheddar cheese. So these are the 4 cheeses that we're using. Aside from this, I have with me here spinach. I'm just using frozen spinach. You want to use fresh spinach? That's fine. Okay, but very convenient kasi frozen spinach. You can buy this very inexpensive. Supermarkets, online stores. Okay, all you need to do is thaw it out and then squeeze the spinach. Kasi frozen yan, there's a lot of liquid in it. So you want to squeeze that off. Okay, you want to squeeze it. And yeah, pretty much end up with this. And then, Nomer, can we show them the, can I get a bottle of our ARLA cheesy spread? Yes. Yes. Yes, Rose. Ah. Okay. Okay. The ham curing process takes around 5 to 7 days. So we'll be launching this in about 2 to 3 weeks. So yes, pwede pa. In time for New Year. Pwede pa to. You will still have time for this. Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting for the ARLA, because this is an option I'd like to show each and every one of you. We have our bechamel, but this is an option I'd like to show each and every one of you. That you can, instead of bechamel, you can actually use this. Okay, this is
Chef Gabby from Rika Adviento.
Rika! Oh my God, Rika! Hi, hello Rika!
Chef Gabby, pwede ko pa yan ipadala dito sa province?
Rika, hello! Yes, Rika, we miss you! Oo. Pwedeng ipadala na kung napakalayo. I believe Rika is in Cagayan de Oro, if I'm not mistaken. So, in as much as we would like to send this Rika napakalayo. Okay? Oo. But, yeah, Rika, it's good to see you here. Congrats on your second baby. Yes, Rika is going to be giving birth to her second baby. So, congratulations. Hindi ko siya ma-open, Nomer. Tutulungan ako ni Nomer para buksan. Yeah.
Chef from Lay in Canada.
Yes, Lay.
Chef, I'm present.
Hi, Lay. My God, Canada. What time is it in Canada now? Parang late na ata. Early. Late. Sorry, early morning? Oh my God. Close to 4 a.m. Oh my God, Lay. Good morning from Manila, Philippines. Okay, so I have with me here our ARLA cheesy spread. Very accessible, guys. You can buy this in your favorite supermarkets. Okay? They come in 2 variants. Meron tayong ARLA cheesy spread, tapos meron tayong ARLA, what's the other one? Cheddar spread, which is that parang orangey color. Okay, ito yung parang ARLA cheesy spread. The ARLA cheesy spread kasi is parang more on the cream cheese side. And then the ARLA cheddar spread is of course more on the cheddar side. So ito yung sinasabi ko na instead of your bechamel, you can actually use this. So it's actually more, it's cheesier. Okay, parang Chef Gabby lang yan. Cheesier. Garfield. Magtatawa sila. Okay, so we'll get to the assembly. Lasagna sheets pre-boiled. Okay, I have with me here our our bechamel. I'm gonna be spreading a generous amount of our bechamel. Yan. In our lasagna sheets. So, konti lang. Siguro per lasagna sheets, we're spreading around mga 2 tablespoons, more or less, of our bechamel. Now, for those of you who have been paying close attention to our posts, in one of our posts a few days ago, we mentioned that I will be teaching you a non-traditional approach to preparing lasagna. Non-traditional kasi the traditional approach to lasagna is layering it, okay, in a pan. That's very traditional. This afternoon, I'm teaching you a non-traditional approach. Kasi this is not your usual layering. What we're gonna do here is we will fill each lasagna sheet with the filling and we will roll this. So very non-traditional siya. Okay? So I started off with our bechamel and then I will now add, okay, a thin layer of spinach. Okay, a thin layer of spinach. Yan.
Chef Gabby from Justin Undergado.
Yes.
Aloha from Hawaii.
Oh my. Wow, aloha from Hawaii, the spam capital of the United States. Hello, hello, aloha. Yes, galing, no? With technology, talagang we connect the whole world.
And chef from Alan Mercola and Lara Hello, Chef Gabby.
Oh, wow, Chef Alan is watching. Hi, Chef Alan. Oh my God. Chef Alan, one of the best dim sum chefs. Chef, we miss your dim sum. Very soon, order kami niyan. Oh, actually, siguro bukas order tayo. Naku, Chef, miss na miss namin ang dim sum mo. Naku, Chef Alan makes one of the best dim sums. Okay? Ang dami niyang varieties and his dim sums are really very authentic. So, thank you, Chef, for watching. It's really an honor to have you as one of our audience. Okay, so, we have our bechamel. I've lined it with our spinach. Alright. Then what I have with me here, okay, is ground beef. It's just plain ground beef that I've sauteed. Sinotay ko lang siya with onions and garlic. And of course, salt and pepper. Okay? That's it. It's just ground beef, okay, sauteed in onions and garlic, salt and pepper. So what I'm gonna do here is I will also spread this yan, doon sa sheet of lasagna. Okay. You can actually add spices to your ground beef because I mentioned, di ba, ano lang siya, sauteed in garlic and onions. You can add spices to this. Okay, you can add paprika, you can add oregano. It's really up to you. Okay, so after adding our ground beef, I'm now gonna be adding our cheeses. So I will add a little mozzarella, just a little. I'll spread it evenly. Okay, I'll be adding a little Havarti. You don't want to add too much. Okay, konti lang, just a little.
Chef Gabby from Chef
Yes.
Aniel.
Yes.
Chef Gab, extra mozzarella sa akin.
Extra mozzarella daw si Chef. Oo, naku, di ba sabi ko, Chef, naunahan ka na ni Carla. Oo, talagang, iba talaga si Carla pagdating sa take-out talaga. Okay, I'm adding ARLA Cheddar. Oh my God. You know, hindi pa tayo tapos but talagang mouth-watering na siya. I'm adding ARLA Cheddar Cheese. There you go. Ayan. Okay, so I've added 3 cheeses already. So I've added our mozzarella, Havarti, and our, what do you call this? Cheddar. Then I will prepare our baking dish. Our oven's being preheated. Now, I will get to the rolling part. So, remember, we don't want to stuff this too much. If you stuff this too much, you'll have a difficult time rolling it. Pag masyadong makapal yung filling. So, you don't want to stuff it too much. Okay? So, what I will do now here is I will gently roll this by hand. And then, I will put this doon sa baking dish natin. So again, like I said, this is a non-traditional approach to your usual layered lasagna. Okay, then the last. Here we have it. Ayan. Okay, so depending on the size of your container, rectangle, square, I think I'll do 2 more. Para on the side. I will do 2 more. So again, we start off with the clean sheet. Okay, I will add our bechamel at the bottom. May questions pa ba? If you guys have any other questions? Sabi nung iba, may nag-question. May nag-PM. May nag-PM na students. Kasi every time we do TEACA Live, normally, usually, when we do TEACA Live, we give away prizes. Oo, merong ARLA products, may Mass Flex products, may products from Yori Korean Restaurant, from Boulangerie 22, and so on. Pero may nag-question, meron bang giveaway this afternoon? Oo. So actually, wala po tayong giveaway this afternoon. You know why? Because, kaya po tayong walang giveaway this afternoon kasi naka-Grand Epicurean sale na po tayo. Okay? So, ang giveaway po ni TEACA sa inyong lahat is the whopping 30% off on all our courses. Imagine over 40 courses. Naka 30% off po yan. For 5 straight days from yesterday until Tuesday, the 16th. Yun na po yung aming pa-Christmas sa inyo. Kaya wala na po tayong special raffle for today. And again, we encourage all of you to purchase your classes at the soonest time. Huwag po natin antayin yung last minute kasi pag nag-last minute po tayo, the site might encounter heavy traffic and ayaw po natin magkaroon ng problema. So as early as possible, purchase those courses. And lifetime naman po ang access natin sa courses. It'll always be in your dashboards. Okay, so let me go this. Oh wow. Okay, there we have it. There we have it. Okay, so pakita ko lang kasi the camera really is not that... Okay, so here we have it. I'm using a square container. Kita ba, Carla? Okay. Okay, there you have it. So 5 rolls in a square container. And then ang gagawin po natin dyan, we have our ready-made Ragú. Okay, what we will do is we will smother that with our Ragú. Yan, yung ating meat sauce. Yun. Oh, si Nomer talagang, yung mata ni Nomer talagang very hungry na. Okay. You know, this activity is actually something you can do with your kids. It's very exciting to do. Oh, so you can do this, you know, on a weekend with your kids, your daughter, your son. It's very simple to make. Let them boil the lasagna. Let them do the Ragú. Okay, let them assemble this, roll this. It's really a good activity for them. Okay, so after smothering it with our Ragú, ngayon, remember, 3 cheeses pa lang yung nandyan sa loob. Now, I will top it with our ARLA white cheese. Yeah, we'll top it with the ARLA white cheese. Okay, if you want to make this even more special, you want to add chopped fresh basil on top, okay, you can do so. Okay, sky's the limit. Okay, so what I'm teaching you this afternoon really is just the basic recipe. Feel free to add variations to it. Okay, fresh chopped basil, can do Thai basil, sweet basil. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, freshly cracked pepper. Okay, pwede rin. Then, I'm gonna bake this in a preheated oven, 350 to about 370 degree oven. Now, we're just gonna bake this for roughly around 15 to 20 minutes. Ang gusto lang natin dito is we just wanna melt the cheese, okay? And we just wanna gratinate the top. I mean, pretty much everything inside is cooked already. Luto naman na lahat yan. Your Ragú is cooked. Okay? Your ground beef is cooked. Your spinach is cooked already. That's been pre-blanched. So lahat naman yan, cooked naman na yan. All you wanna do, 15-20 minutes, you wanna melt the cheese, gratinize the top. Okay? Right before serving. Ayan. So si Nomer, ang aking very reliable sous chef. Ayan na. Oh, meron siya kaagad from our garden. Diba? So, ang taray niya. Mabilis. Okay, so, there you have it. Our decorative basil. Okay, so, ayan na siya. Our bacon and sausage 4-cheese lasagna. So, I'm gonna pop this in the oven now. We're gonna give that about 15 to 20 minutes. Melt the cheese on top, gratinate it, and fantastic. That's gonna be perfect right after. Again, reminders, if you don't wanna do your bechamel, you can do with ARLA cheesy spread. Either go for ARLA cheesy spread or ARLA cheddar spread. Technically speaking, if you do that, nagiging 5 cheeses na yan. Kasi we have our ARLA mozzarella, ARLA Havarti, ARLA white cheese, ARLA cheddar, plus our ARLA cheesy spread. So, magiging 5 cheese lasagna na yan. Okay. There you go. So, do we have any questions from our beloved students so far?
We have from Justin Mendoza.
Okay.
Shout out naman dyan, Chef.
Shout out Justin. Yes, Justin, hello. Yeah, these are my students. Yes, Justin, hello. It's good to see you here. It's good to have you here. Ito ang these are some of my best students from Marlow Navigation, from United Marine Training Center. Yeah, these guys have been with me for quite a while, and again, it's good to see you and to have you here, Justin. So, to everybody else, our students, my Coast Guard family, my Rotary family, maraming salamat for your support. Yes, si Chef nagsusulat siya ng mga reminders. Ayan, oo. So, okay. Yeah, reminders lang again. TEACA Epicurean Sale happening from the 12th of November all the way to 16. We're on our second day. 30% off on all our courses, over 40 courses, naka 30% off yan. Why TEACA? Okay, TEACA, number 1, we give you the best instructors. Okay? The best of the best. You have Chef JP Minier, Martin Caspar, Andrea Amado, okay? Okay, you have Aniel Prats, okay? You have Garfield, okay? Gabby Prats pala. Chef Pauline, of course. Incoming new chefs, we have Anna, Chef Saud del Rosario, okay, Chef Tristan. Okay, my God, we are giving you the best of the best. Prices, very competitive. We're actually one of the lowest in terms of prices. Naka-sale pa tayo ngayon until November 16. Okay, compared to your free classes that you watch in YouTube and other channels, TEACA provides you with 100% instructor support. So you enroll in a class, okay, you get access to your instructors, questions, clarifications, troubleshooting. Okay, your instructors are there to guide you step by step. Okay, this is the advantage of TEACA. Diba? Yung tagline nga ni TEACA, diba? We innovate culinary education. Alright? You stay at home, we work for you. Okay? We give you all the fundamental knowledge. We equip you with the skills. You stay at home, you learn, you message us, we assist, we support you. Anytime. Okay? And all the time. Alright? And then, yeah, again, upcoming classes. Watch out for upcoming classes. We have Party Trays Masterclass 2. We have Chef Andrea's very amazing Korean barbecue masterclass. Oh my God, just speaking of it, parang gusto ko na mag-soju. Diba? With her masterclass. We have Chef Aniel's Naked Cakes. Watch out for that. Amazing chocolate pecan cake. And of course, Chef Anna's chocolate bar inspired cakes. Galing. 3 cakes, Ferrero Rocher inspired, Hershey's cookies and cream, and Sneakers cake. Grabe. We've tasted it. It's so amazing. Very talented chef. Okay, so yeah, that's I believe that's pretty much it. If there are other questions from anyone, meron pa ba, Carla? Okay, we're gonna be posting the recipe that we did in the site. to guide you all. Okay, again, 3 components tayo. We have the bechamel, we have the ragú, and then we have the assembly. So we're gonna be posting the ingredients. Yung procedure, just refer back to the video. Recorded naman to, so at any time, you can log on. Okay, you can view the video for the procedure para mag-guide kayo. Okay, and then the quantities and the ingredients, yun, we're gonna be posting it right after this afternoon's TEACA live session. Okay? So, again, thank you very much. Again, to our students, Lay, Astra, Maribeth, my students, Justin, everyone, Rika, okay, who's all here watching, maraming salamat. Yeah, our TEACA students, Coast Guard family, Rotary family, maraming salamat.
Yeah, what is included again in the party trays to class?
What is included again in the party trays to class? So yeah, we have our bellichon, okay, which is done in a sal type, very secret. Well, it won't be a secret anymore if you enroll, right? But very exclusive recipe. It's sort of like an inasal type marinade. Very crisp skin on the outside. Okay, we're doing a homemade holiday ham. Okay, and then we have our Cajun seafood gumbo. Okay, we are doing, oh my god, peri chicken. The last peri chicken recipe you'll ever watch. Okay, this peri chicken recipe will top all peri chicken recipes. Very simple, unique, tasty, delicious. I'm doing a fish and chips. Very crispy. Okay, even after 20-30 minutes, the batter is still crisp. The fish is moist and juicy. Okay, I'm doing Irish beef stew. Okay, it's cooked using Irish stout or dark beer. Oh my god, this is not your usual beef stew, believe me. This is not your boring usual beef stew. This is unique. I'm doing a Japanese-inspired yakitori. We're doing beef, we're doing pork, we're doing chicken. Sabi ko nga dun sa first party tray teaser ko, di ba? I am going all out. Okay? And this is the same. With Party Trays Masterclass 2, I am going all out. It will be the same level. We've got a lot of students saying napakasulit. Okay, yung Party Trays Masterclass 1 and Party Trays Masterclass 2 will be even more sulit. It'll be worth every penny. Okay, sayang lang we weren't able to include it in the sale. Okay, that's because it's 9 recipes. Okay, so napakarami. But again, reminder on the sale, we just uploaded my very famous award-winning kare-kare class. Included yan sa sale, 30% off. Okay, so yeah, that's something to look forward to. Okay, again, if you have other questions, feel free to message us, PM us, like our page, okay, follow us in Instagram, okay. By the way, last announcement, all previous TEACA live videos are now being uploaded in our YouTube channel. Okay? It's all being uploaded in our YouTube channel, so at any time you can refer to our TEACA live videos via our YouTube channel. Alright? So, yeah, again, please like our page, follow us, and we look forward to giving you more classes. Okay? Be it paid, be it free. Okay? You know, it's not about hindi palagi paid. Alright? TEACA always gives back to students. Yung hashtag nga ni TEACA, di ba? TEACA pays it forward. TEACA's treat to students. We always give you free recipes, free demos, free tips. Okay? Because that's what it's all about. It's not about always paid classes. Alright? We want to give you free classes, free demos, free tips, free secrets. Alright? So again, thank you very much. I wish everybody a fruitful, restful weekend. Canada, US, UAE, Netherlands, New Zealand, Hawaii. Yes, aloha. Of course, Philippines. Ano pa ba? Italy. Of course, apple. Apple. Italy, yes, apple. Thank you very much. Yeah, and the rest of the world. So, happy weekend. Thank you very much. My name is Chef Gabby Prats for the Epicurean Academy of Culinary Arts. And we'll see you in the next TEACA Live. Maraming salamat.